we've just chalked a line, which is that face of the column to that face, just so we get a nice straight line, and that's something for us to work off. But we're going to get this first. We're going to get this first side done. So Jay, do you want to stand that up for us, dude? So we're just going to get a rough.
Big toe.
Yep. We'll just go tight there for now. That's going. It's actually, yeah. But what I'll do is I'm just going to bring. I'll start that a couple mil this way. That'll be our point. So you can take that back down now, dude. So I've got my, because that edge is this point here. So I've got my center of my bolt holes, which was 105, and then I put that plate on just to, and line it up with the mark, that 105, just so I can see where I'm putting that plate. And then I got, and that's going to be 105 too. So then we'll go off of that, 105, and that's the center of that plate. That's that mark anyways. So this one's hard on the line because that's the face. That's what the steel is going to sit on. So we go hard on the line. Line up our 2 points. Which I've done before. I checked the engineering to just check which one was going in there. So this is a 12 mil. What would you call that? A threaded diner? Not even concrete bolt. I'm not actually sure the proper name of them because each brand they call them different things. You chuck this bad boy back on now. And then we'll stand this up. Just loosely again, just so we've got the movement of that. Because if they're done up tight, they'll be very hard to move. This one's actually going to be pretty good because we don't have to stuff around trying to level it up at the very top. We can add our bracket in after. Okay. So now our opening's 4100, so we can butt into that face. You butt it in. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, that's our opening. We go through to there, but I'm pretty sure that lip's going to interfere on these. I've just measured that, transferring that here. We're going to take little notches out so it can fit in. And this is never going to be seen, so I'm not like overly concerned about it.
Go in a bit. Pardon? Need to go in a bit. Yep. Yep, love it. Yep. Yep.
now we'll get the top brackets in, which secure to the fascia. So it'll be all secured and all locked up. But yeah, that was pretty straightforward getting those posts in. The Zeds can be a little bit tricky, but because this opening there's girts on either end, it's a lot easier to level up. If there wasn't girts on one end for whatever reason, you gotta get that right at the top, and that's a bit tricky because you need a couple of clamps. You need to get your bracket right in the height. But this is a lot better when you can fix the top of it to the top girt. Makes installing this bracket here at the top a hell of a lot easier. Because we will for sure come across that, because sometimes we have to set these. I'll give you the example. Say if there's another roller door here and there's one there, we usually not have that girt in there, so we'll do the post first. So you gotta go through and bracket it and then get this set at the top. It's not too much more dicking around, but you just gotta have a little more patience. The Zeds aren't fully square; they're not folded square. They're not designed to be square. But you pretty much can square them up once you lock it all up, and that it sort of straightens it up and squares it up. But I can see there at the top that it was in its natural formation, which wasn't 90 degrees. It was more like 95 or 98 degrees or something like that. But I'll sort the last bit of that out with the bracket. Yep. And then I was able to square that up with my facer. Yep. There you go. Now we're just going to shoot a laser across to get that other point so we're nice and flush. Yep. 4092. 4092. Yep. We usually use timber or something pretty heavy duty, and we set that flush with the header in place. It's being held by this, so we just literally just put it on and it's sitting nice, and we just go pop, and that's the header done. Yeah. This is us after 5 hours, so we're pretty much fully framed out. But yeah, this is a good model of a system coming together. Like, we've been able to pretty much frame out, like get 80% framed out in 5 hours using the crane. Yeah, but yeah, it's a really good day so far. Cheers. Great.